What do you do, YouTube, man? It's your boy K, man. I'm back at y'all with another video, man. You see from the title. I'm back with y'all with some more weather, man. Today we got Tornado Alley real time, Oklahoma. We did do Joplin, man. Video did pretty well, man. Did part 1, part 2. I did that about, not gonna lie, it's been a little minute though. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't done a weather videos. It's been about 3 months, so yeah, we back at it, man. I'm back on it, man. Especially, I feel like right now is the perfect time, you know, especially with tornado season just getting started. I know an outbreak actually just happened out in the Midwest, South, you know what I'm saying, in North Carolina. A little bit set over for me. Just got hit with a few tornadoes. So, man, yeah, prayers up to those people, man. Definitely praying for y'all, man, for sure, man. But today, man, we're going to do more Oklahoma. This was back in 2013. I believe this same town was hit with a similar tornado, like, before that, like 1999 or something like that. So yeah, man, this is crazy. I heard Moore, Oklahoma is like a real, like, it's literally like a tornado magnet. They get tornadoes all the time. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get into it though, man. Obviously this one was a big one, obviously, because he got his own documentary. So, and if you haven't, man, I'm gonna say it right now, man, because I'm gonna say it right now before I forget. But if you have not reacted, if you have not watched the new Joplin documentary on Netflix, the Caught in the Storm jump, man, you missing out, bro. The production on that was insane, man. It was insane, bro. Just being able to sit there and listen to people that see, like, a lot of these, if you look at a lot of these documentaries, they be like meteorologists or like people that weren't technically hit by the storm, you know, or didn't actually survive the storm, you know. It just be people that were witnessed it or there or just kind of just wasn't, you know what I'm saying, just kind of witnessed it, didn't really survive it, you know what I'm saying? But this documentary was full on like survivors, people that actually were in the storm, that actually survived the storm, you know? So it was, the production of it was really good, man. Storytelling, everything, man. Definitely some of them got kind of, yeah, some of the stories got kind of dark, man. It got crazy, man. But yeah, man, definitely check that out, man, if you're interested in that, man. But before we get started though, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Boy, Ace in the back, but yeah, man, before you start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, make sure to post notification, but make sure you post, and make sure I follow my socials down in the description box. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
Jenna, go get in the cellar. Go get in the cellar.
All right, let's get it. Make sure I got your water and shit, man. It's a little long, 30-minute video, man. So.
Okay, all right, bye.
I don't think she actually knew the magnitude of it.
This thing is sucking in everything. Oh my God, I hope it don't go towards our house, man. I don't know what to say. You feel so powerless. It's going through my town, man. And it's gonna hurt some people. It's gonna hurt some people bad.
I was praying that it wasn't going to go north. If it went north just a half a mile, it could have hit my home. I knew this was a killer tornado, and I knew someone was going to die.
3:09 p.m.
This is now going to be, it looks like, crossing I-44. This is going to be just north of Newcastle. More than likely, it's going to stay going east here, so this is going to cross over the Canadian River.
After we closed up the shop, I just had this really weird feeling. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go pick Benji up. I just started heading to Moore, kind of went to the back roads because the highways were backed up. And I just remember the people stopping, and I was thinking to myself that, why are you stopping?
Northeasterly now, but barely, okay?
Oh, my goodness.
Right now, I'm at 134th.
And that was when I saw the tornado come down the first time. And my wife was texting back, are you on your way to pick up Benji? I said, yes. I said, stay where you are. I'm going to pick him up.
That shit is huge.
Oh my God, I can see debris. Oh my God.
As soon as the tornado was coming into Moore, immediately I started thinking about my children because my children are in school that day. But I can see that it just crossed over I-44. That's about 10 minutes away from me. And so I needed to go ahead and get into my shelter. There are ventilation pipes kind of stick up out of the shelter, and when the wind started picking up, it had taken the wind cap that keeps out dirt and moisture completely off, and that was when I was able to see outside. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is
I was
the
about to
tornado
say, like, why is she able to see
that's about
outside?
to
Is
pass
that, I
through.
think that's a good thing, right?
I can hear it coming. I'm so scared right now. My shelter is old. It's real creepy. It's dark, and I was frightened to death, and it was pretty traumatic. I'm lost right now. I'm so worried for my boys. I thought the world was going to end, honestly. I mean, the shelter could fail, and I didn't know. My worst fear was ultimately dying.
269 headquarters. It's going to be approaching 4th Street in Oklahoma City, a little bit west of Santa Fe.
Officers started kind of spanning out around the city, trying to stay out of its way and trying to let each other know where it's at.
272, we got some rotation above our heads to the right.
The problem with this storm is it was so large that it was kind of confusing at times. It was 2 miles long, so, officers thought that it was at one place when it was actually covering, a good 2 miles of our city.
A violent tornado going through South Oklahoma City Metro. It is in
2 miles is crazy.
Moore. Go John Welsh.
This thing is a monster. It's so big, it's completely lost its texture, and this thing is just grinding right through Moore. As soon as the tornado crosses I-44, which is a major thoroughfare through the city, that's where the heavily populated areas start, the neighborhoods. And when it hit that, it started picking up all the debris, and it almost lost shape because it got so big. And this thing is just tracking, like you said, continuing to go towards the Moore Warren Theater area. Our main purpose is to give people that forewarned shot of exactly where the storm is, what preparation they need to take, and if they're in the clear or if they're not. We kind of take off the TV shirt, we kind of put on the life-saving shirt. So this is definitely something that you need to be aware of, and get in your tornado shelter area right now.
If you are living in Moore, this is going to be moving in your direction. You need to be below ground immediately. Now is the time to go into your tornado shelter. We are not
because of Chance's stream that was coming in. We started to see this tornado going into a more densely populated section of Moore.
Chance Cold Iron, go ahead and go.
Okay, Damon, tornado is on 149.
Every time I see a different clip of it, it just looks crazier and crazier.
Tornado. It's in the EF4 category or higher.
I was playing 2 roles that day, chief meteorologist and husband.
This is the tornado now. This is going to be right over. This just crossed over the train track.
I'm looking at the path of this tornado, and it is headed right into the middle of my neighborhood.
I'm very familiar with Moore. It is my home. It is what I've called home for the last 4 years.
I was texting my wife saying, get into the tornado shelter. But the seconds felt like hours as I was waiting to hear back from my wife.
Damon, there's a biggest neighborhood edition of nice homes here. It's getting ready to take a direct hit.
I also knew at the same time I had a job and that I couldn't let my guard down.
And again, just for anyone that is curious, I live right here. So you can certainly imagine the emotions that I'm running through right now, but a life-threatening situation, you need to be below ground immediately.
Stay tuned for your local on the 8, brought to you by Theraflu, the power to feel better.
They hit me with the commercial, that's crazy.
It's sunny out here, but it is cold.
That's a wrap, guys.
When your cold is holding you back, you need the power of Theraflu.
As it was moving through my neighborhood, we were still sampling winds in the 200-mile-per-hour range. I had a lot of emotions running through.
Damon, that tornado moved just to the south of 4th Street. I lost my house. I'm
Look
pretty
at the
sure
debris ball.
maybe yours is gone. As I'm chasing, I'm reporting, I'm going through my head. Where's my sister at? Where's my other sister at? Where's my wife at? Who do I know in the path of this tornado? That's my town. All these people are losing their houses. I'm part of that. That's kind of why I reported it on the air like that to Damon.
Those are things that you're never prepared to hear, but if we were to lose our house, so be it. Knowing that my family was going to be okay in the shelter, that was what allowed me to get through that afternoon.
This is unreal. Power lines everywhere. It's dangerous, very dangerous for me to be here. I'm telling you, it's a deadly, I mean, it's incredible.
It was hard to believe how lonely it felt being behind that thing. So it was kind of nice to be able to talk to Jenna on the other end of it.
It's taking a line straight east along 134th.
This huge tornado's coming through our town, and I'm sitting in a cellar with people I don't really know that much. So the time I did spend on the phone with my dad was very special.
This thing is sucking in everything.
Bro, that shit's crazy.
Oh my God.
That gotta be a crazy feeling trying to get to your daughter.
I could hear
looking
the
at
wind
that
behind
thing
him
right
on
in
the
between
phone.
y'all.
I could hear how crazy everything was, and I was really scared.
I gotta stop. The trees are down, I can't get through. Jenna, I can't tell you, I can't stress to you enough. Stay in the cellar, all right?
It was amazing that I was keeping communication with her with an F5 tornado between me and her.
Hey, are you okay?
But, you know, even though she's in a storm cellar, I thought the thing was going to go right over the top of her. I really did. I was really, really starting to think that I didn't have a home to go to.
I'm trying to get back. Okay, so be ready. Be ready.
I cried, especially when he told me, you know, get ready, it's coming. It's going to hit our house. Just be prepared. I'm thinking, dang, I'm about to lose everything.
It's coming right towards our neighborhood, Jen.
There's nothing we can do about it. Nothing. We're helpless.
The tornado has gotten very well defined now. It has really intensified. You need to be taking your sheltering activities. It will probably be there within minutes, so a dangerous situation.
No, we still got time, Joe. We still got time. Hold on. Stay with it. Wow. Roar. Huge debris. Huge debris.
No, you can't. Bro, the sound of it is
The
insane.
actual roar of the tornado. It was just a beast. It was massive, with huge pieces of debris being lofted hundreds of feet in the air, pieces of homes, cars, just all thrown in the air. We could tell at this point that this tornado was a monster.
Bro, those people standing there, bro.
Oh my God.
Those people are going to die.
We did see people who got out of their cars who were looking
I guess
right
that's
at
the
tornado.
There's no way people was just standing there just now, bro. Like, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. Just stand there, bro. When there's a fucking F5 tornado coming towards you? What the fuck? That's crazy.
As it was coming toward them, I hope those people made it out okay.
Go! Go! Good God, these people. Go! People are about to get. We got a straight road east. This takes us all the way east, so we're good.
Once we saw it get closer toward us, we didn't want to mess with this thing. Your natural instinct is to just get out of there. It was just something out of the movies, completely unimaginable. And at that point, you really couldn't believe what was happening to the town of Moore.
I ran from my van into the office. I was asking where
it's the
Spingy
guy.
at. She
Okay,
said they're back in the restroom.
I really do miss my mom.
Everybody.
By the time I got into the bathroom, the power was out, and I just remember having to tell him that we can't leave. I have to stay here because it's right behind us.
Mom's asking if I'm with you.
He wanted to talk to his mom, so I was taking these video clips at night. I was sending them to her. I told him, and the boys, if I go, you stay holding on. If you don't hear me, don't start crying, you know, just hold on. Just listen to my voice and just hold on.
Enter the world.
There's a...
Like the tornado's hitting the school right now.
When the tornado hit, I thought, I have no control here. I'm about to die. There are kids here that could be killed. I just knew we needed to hang on. I was holding on
The sound
for
is
dear life
insane.
at that moment. I let out that scream, and then I realized they need me to assure them that we're fine.
Right, yeah. Them kids, man, you gotta make sure, you gotta review. But if you freaking out, them kids gonna freak out. Yeah. Okay.
I had told the boys, grab onto me somewhere. You can't reach onto me. I said, grab one and hold on to the bottom of this toilet. I said, don't let go.
Nah, the sound is
I held
insane.
my
It sounds
arms
like
like
a
a football
train.
stance over that toilet. And I knew that I had to keep these kids safe. One of the boys said, can you feel the breeze? I said, guys, keep your heads down. That's not the breeze. That's the roof. It's about to go. At that moment, instantaneously, that roof was just gone.
That's scary, bro.
A
That's
cinder block
scary.
wall
I
had
ain't gonna
fallen
lie.
onto my back.
The
pinning
first
my
thing
leg.
going through my mind, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. The first thing going through my mind in a situation like that, the roof go, the first thing I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm finna go. Like, that shit finna suck me up in the air. Like, that's the first thing I'm thinking. Cause that's crazy.
This debris just started building up. I literally thought I was gonna be crushed. I was scared. I was really scared. I wasn't gonna come out at all.
There's damage to the roof. It's okay.
Understand.
We're in a brick building. It's okay.
After the tornado had gone over the top of us, I could see the kids were safe. So I opened the door, and I could not believe what I was seeing. Oh my God. 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 Oh my God.
I'm gonna be sick to my stomach. Oh my God. I don't have my boys with me. I am all alone down here in my shelter. It's so scary, guys.
I bet. And it's dark as shit down there.
That it's not that bad.
Her cat opened up.
You can kind of see
Like,
on the ground just the texture of
that's
it.
crazy.
We followed the tornado from start to finish, and the total duration was probably, rough estimate, 20 miles on the ground. It's really fizzling out as we're seeing. I'm going to do another turn here. I'm getting kind of far away, but it looks like it's roping out a little bit, and there it is. It's gone, Mike. After the tornado lifted and it hits you, your home, your town has been completely destroyed by an act of nature.
Our response time to get to the area that was hit was within minutes. But to start the search and rescue and control the scene was very difficult to do because we had to cross the path that the tornado come through.
It takes you a second to just kind of grasp what has happened, but immediately you hear people screaming for help. And there were a lot of people stuck in shelters or stuck under debris.
Hey, it's safe. You're safe. It's east of you now. You can come out. He carved the path right through more, though. Bye.
Get another shot there, but you can see.
I'm heading to the east, and all I was thinking about is I've got to get home. I got to get to my neighborhood. I've got to see Jenna.
When my dad said I was safe and I could come out of the cellar, I really didn't know what I was in for, coming out and seeing everything.
I'm crossing the path right now.
I'm starting to see a lot of damage. I'm starting to see debris all over the roads. It's really starting to become real.
Oh my God.
Huge amounts of damage. I just drove by a concrete slab and I didn't even realize that the concrete slab was a 7-Eleven. I heard later on that the husband, wife, and an infant baby that died in that store, and you know that was it was devastating.
Damn.
God almighty. Flattened.
We kind of looped back around to the west. We knew that we were going to be some of the first people to arrive. Jeez, this is the worst I've ever seen. Good. Look at that car, Mike. This was incredible damage. Just absolute destruction of whole neighborhoods. This is unbelievably sad.
Oh my God. Let's just stop.
What was once a nice neighborhood of homes.
Oh, man, I feel like I missed some shit.
We knew that we were going to be flattened. We kind of looped back around to the west. We knew that we were going to be some of the first people to arrive. Jeez, this is the worst I've ever seen. Good. Look at that car, Mike. This was incredible damage. Just absolute destruction of whole neighborhoods. This is unbelievably sad.
Oh my God. Let's just stop.
What was once a nice neighborhood of homes, nice homes with families living in them, was reduced to just piles and piles of just unrecognizable rubble. People were kind of in disbelief, kind of in shock. Just because I don't think it really hit them yet what had just happened.
People were just climbing out of their storm shelters. A mom and a daughter were climbing out, and there were just tears pouring down that mom's face. She was heartbroken because as the tornado was coming through, someone was pounding on her shelter to get in, and she didn't have the strength to open the door. And to this day, we have no idea what happened to that family trying to get in their shelter.
Have you heard any reports of what may be going on at Briarwood?
I'm hearing from some homeowners here. They say that school has been hit worse than this, but we don't know as far as casualties in that school.
When the first responders were there, we focused the majority of our efforts on the 2 elementary schools that were hit, Plaza Towers as well as Briarwood. We focused more initially on Briarwood just because of the damage that was done.
And as we got closer into a neighborhood there next to the Briarwood Elementary, we were seeing the parents who were going back to see if their kids were okay.
Anybody look for their kids? Yes. No good. Kids? First grader? Yep. Officer right there, I'll tell you.
Just seeing someone know that their child could have been killed.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. You know that gotta be I couldn't even imagine, bro. That feeling of like knowing that a tornado like that is happening and you can't be with your kids at the moment, like that's why I was saying I can understand why that woman that was down in the cellar by herself, like she by herself already, then she thinking about her, don't know what's happening with her son, with her sons. So it's like, yeah, that's a horrible feeling.
Is something that you never want to see.
There's nothing worse than not having a wonderful time.
We went out to the end of the parking lot. There were people running up and yelling their kid's name. And I can't imagine how you would see the destruction that occurred and believe that there were survivors. Amazingly enough, we were very, very fortunate, and no one died in our building.
Me and Benji got out, and a bunch of his classmates, so we're good. We're looking for help right now, trying to go to the front, where the 7-Eleven's at. Me and Benji.
Benji and I walked 40 city blocks. We were soaking wet. And there was a boy, I say boy, he was an older student, probably teenager. This teenager gave him his Westmore hoodie. And that meant so much to me. There was a guy behind me, and he was kind of like, do you need help? And I said, no, I'll be fine. And he's like, I can't let you walk. I cannot sit here knowing that you're injured walking, and I'll take you. And I've always wanted to say thank you to that guy, and I always want to say thank you to that young man that gave Benji his Westmore hoodie. They really helped me that day. I want to thank them for helping me that day.
Yeah, man, it's tough.
Everyone was needing help. People on one side of the city didn't realize that the other side was just as bad. And the hardest thing for me, and I know some of the other officers, is just seeing the hurt on people, knowing how much they've lost. Literally a quarter of our city was gone. So knowing what all the people were going to have to go through to get their lives somewhat back to normal was probably the most difficult part.
I came back from Iraq a couple years ago, and the
It's hard to go back
devastation,
no
the
something like this,
debris,
boy.
it took me back to Baghdad after a car bombing. We have shrapnel, deaths through legs, people not moving, casualties, bad casualties.
It just assaulted the senses. You smell gas and fire and just that earth scent as it's churned up. It was absolutely heartbreaking to see it so fresh, so raw, so immediate. And probably the most heartbreaking part was the sounds that still ring in my head to this day. People screaming for help from under debris. They are trying to remove the heavier debris so they can get to someone at the bottom of that rubble. And then the silence when the emergency personnel can't get to them in time.
We have kind of the basic stuff, the first aid kit, some gloves, which proved to be very handy that day, and just some heavy-duty boots. People were running around looking for their loved ones, asking if they'd seen their pets.
Small red dog. Anybody?
We'll look for it if we see it. We're looking for it. It was sad to see animals affected by it because they had nowhere to go. They had nowhere to take shelter. You could see injured horses roaming free in the pasture. Some of those horses had to be put down just because they were so badly injured. Periodically, you could hear gunshots in the distance, which was very heartbreaking.
No, this right here, that's the Plaza Towers Elementary School. We're just north of 19th Street, south of 4th Street.
I have been told that this is no longer a search and rescue operation. It's now a recovery mission. It is my understanding that there are up to 24 children trapped at the bottom of that school right now.
Patients that I see that complain about these bad routine definitely works. It makes.
And I understand they're going to start pulling these tiny victims out of the rubble here shortly. But There's one image that stands out in my mind. I saw the search and rescue personnel, and they're heaving tiny desks and chairs up in the air, and then you know beneath all of that, there are children who unfortunately didn't make it out alive.
That's the end of where the first grade classrooms were.
After the tornado, there were these levels of accepting how serious the situation was. I felt like I needed to process everything. And so I went back.
That's the school. Oh my God.
There's a car in the middle of Mrs. Goodman's classroom.
I saw X's spray painted. I knew that meant that the first responders had gone through everything, checking to see there had been loss of life. We were just so fortunate.
That was the girls' bathroom, and there is the boys' bathroom. This is where we were first lined up when I was texting parents and friends, and the lights had gone out, and then we went into the bathrooms. That's my door right there.
As teachers, your classroom is like your second home, not only for yourself, but for your students.
Oh, God.
It's hard to see your classroom home just destroyed. A place that used to be full of kids' laughter and learning and activity and all that kind of fun stuff, just ripped apart.
Yeah.
But I was so fortunate. Did not lose my home like so many, my children's lives, and my own life. It's a reminder that our time is short. Appreciate your loved ones, appreciate the time that you have.
One foot was wedged here. Noah was behind me. And he was grabbing my leg. He had his foot against the door. And I was back here.
I was between the toilet and the wall, hanging on the toilets to make sure that I don't go up with the tornado.
But I remember the walls felt like they were gonna come. They're pressing and pressing. I just remember pushing the wall. Pushed just like this. And I guess it was enough force to keep this off, and I pushed this.
Because his legs was holding up these walls, and then his hands was like holding up this wall, like kind of like standing up in the air, just making sure that those walls didn't crash down on us.
Yeah. It was hovering over almost all of us.
Yeah, like an umbrella.
And it felt really scary.
I pushed everything because it was all over. I just pushed everything and just started throwing stuff out, and you could see.
Those walls almost crushed us, but my dad, he saved their lives. He grabbed those walls and threw them.
First boy out, second boy out, Benji, another boy out.
If it wasn't for my dad, we'd probably not be here right now. We'd probably be under rubble.
These are what saved our heads.
Shout out to that dad, his father, man.
Dictionaries right there. That's what did it. We got out.
Sam was here that day because if he wasn't there and that wall still kept on falling, it probably would have crushed all of us.
He was a big hero.
I'm not the hero. Those guys are the heroes. Those kids are the heroes. I just help.
$39 minutes. 24 lives. Wait, hold on. Because on average, most of the time, tornadoes on the ground for like 15, 20 minutes on average. Right? I could be wrong, but that's about on average, right? 39 minutes is crazy. No wonder they did this much damage. Jesus Christ. Damn. That's crazy.
Anytime you have fatalities in your city, you feel somewhat responsible for that. You know, you don't want anyone to die in your city, especially kids. But just seeing that it had gone through several schools, just looking at the center of it, I didn't know how anyone could survive.
My kids were okay. Going through something like that really teaches you to be grateful for what you have, because I just saw my neighbors lose everything.
Oklahomans are very tough and resilient. You care about your neighbor. It's you last and everybody else first. And that's the kind of love that you feel here in Oklahoma.
When we first came into the damage path, there was an American flag hanging from a tree. I don't think somebody put it up there because we were there that soon and it was hanging there. That image right there kind of stuck out in my head, like, why is that flag hanging from the tree just like that when so many houses were gone? We actually had minor damage at my house, but 100 yards away, there's nothing left.
We didn't lose our house, but I knew that there was still a lot of tragedy. Okay, I know my family is okay, but I know that there are many, many families out there that are not.
Well, it ended up being 3/4 of a mile south of my house, but at the same time, it just devastated so many people. And that's why you got to live life one day at a time and protect our loved ones and our fellow man.
Oklahomans are very strong people. You just gotta help one another, you know? And that's exactly what we did. We helped each other.
When Mother Nature is at her worst, human nature is at its very best. You look at Moore today, and this community is rebuilding, bigger and better and stronger. And it's because of the resilience of Oklahomans. It's the Oklahoma standard that we have grown accustomed to here. And to see that, that is the good that's come out of May 20th.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, damn, man, shout out to that father, bro, man. Just being able to, man, hovering and stuff over those kids like that. And to come out with it, and it looked like he came out with no injuries, too, so to come out of that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, he right. I mean, them kids ain't lying, man. If that dad wasn't there, man, I mean, that situation could have been a lot worse. But yeah, man, you know, just, and unfortunately that some kids died, you know, in that, in the other school plaza towers. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, that was an emotional one. I ain't gonna lie. I got goosebumps a little bit reacting to that one. I ain't gonna cap, man. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction. Yeah, your boy just want to get that in. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, I'm about to watch March Madness for the rest of the day. But but yeah, man, like I said, man, Def Messi. This video should be up this video will probably be up tomorrow. So yeah, this video will probably be up tomorrow. Or literally, like, I'm talking right now as in today. Like, what's the date? 23rd. This video will be up on the 24th. Like, literally, me talking right now, this video should be up on this day. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm talking right now. But you'll get what I'm saying. But but yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Please, man. Make sure I follow my socials. Make sure I hit that post notification button, man, so you know when your boy posts. And yeah, man, I'll catch you in this video, man. Peace.